Shouldn't have done that.
We live.
We're live. We are early, but we are live and we're early.
I didn't get the notification yet. Still
Oh,
waiting
you
for
did
the
it?
notification so we can make sure that it's actually broadcasting to your channel and not
Oh,
like
I know. That'd
to
be so
the.
awkward. Like,
Oh, I just got a notification. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I see it. Hold on, let me mute this.
hey guys.
Hi guys.
Oh my goodness. What an episode tonight.
Yes.
All the tea, all the backstory, like literally everything.
The tea was spilled. The tea was spilled. I really enjoyed the backstory. I can't wait till we talk about the preview for next week because that shit had me cackling.
Girl,
Um,
that child.
yeah, we're both kind of like lit right now.
Oh, yeah. Just a little bit.
Just a little lit, just a
Been
little.
drinking.
Yeah, been
We've been
drinking.
drinking. We've been drinking a
But
little bit.
we're here to talk about AHS, you know. Tad Dawson, 68 Dawson is here. Greetings from Iowa.
Hello. How are you doing tonight? I was gonna say greetings from New England. Not
Greetings
P
from
Town though.
Baltimore. It's a horror story every day. It's like, no, I'm just kidding. So, when the show first popped off, I just immediately text you about your theory video because I feel like you're right on the money when it comes to the chemist.
Girl, honestly, at first I was got slightly discouraged. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, I posted my theory video earlier on who I think the identity of the chemist is, as well as what is in the black pill. And some things are a little slightly off, but to be quite honest, I think I'm still on track. Like with the what's in the pill,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I'm like, oh nah, I think so. I'll give you one little clue. Let's just say we've seen them in season 5,
Hotel.
Hotel. So check that out if you haven't seen my theory video yet. But yeah, with the chemist, honestly, like we still didn't get her name. We did get some backstory about like obviously her purchasing her new home, just moving to Provincetown from I think it was Providence. Yes, she worked in Providence in a lab there for a few years. Didn't I think it said like maybe 2 to 5 years. I just know that sorry. This particular episode takes place 5 years before the previous episodes.
Hmm.
And one thing I thought was a little interesting is I thought he was an interior decorator. Holden, Dennis O'Hara's character.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
I
because I
didn't know
thought in
what
the
it was.
last no, I mean like this he's clearly like a realtor in this episode, but last episode when they interviewed him briefly and he's like,
Oh,
"Yes, I'm like
right.
I'm interior decorator for the most chic homes in
Because
Provincetown."
we were thinking he was going to give competition to the girl,
Doris,
Doris. Can't think. I can't. I'm so bad at names.
girl, it's okay. But honestly, I really I was gonna say what I think is probably happening in that little situation is he eventually takes a pill at some point.
Hmm.
And that's probably when he becomes this like major interior designer. Because right now he's clearly working as a realtor.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how much talent that takes. No offense to anybody that's a realtor, but I feel like it's not really a creative
Like an
thing. It's more
artsy
of like,
thing.
yeah, it's more like business. Like if you're really
Hmm.
business oriented and stuff like that, it's not really like that creative like part of the brain or the what did she call it in this episode? We were just talking
Occup.
about it.
Hold on. Let me pull it up. It was the oc- occipital
Girl, I couldn't say
occipital lobe. Occipital lobe. OCCIPITAL lobe.
I was literally calling it like the auxiliary lobe, so I know that was not it. At all. But ooh, yeah, so to Tara Dawson, that's essentially where my theory goes. I also believe the chemist is Kit and Alma's daughter. Occip- occipital lobes. Thank you, Jameson Watch. Because I'm sitting here like,
we trying.
yeah, I didn't have closed captions on tonight, so I'm just like, auxiliary cord lobe. We'll figure this
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. I think that if she's not Kit and Alma's daughter, then she's like their granddaughter.
Yeah. I'll say age-wise, it does line up for her to be their daughter because she would be like their daughter if this takes place in like 2020, 2021-ish, would be in her mid 50s
Mhm.
because she was a baby in the late 60s.
Yeah.
So it's still very plausible. Even, I mean, like if, hey, she could have had an early baby and she could be in her 30s, but where she's describing her career, she seems to be a little bit more like mature, if you will.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to go to school. Like, can you be a biochemist with a 4-year degree? Like, she probably had to get like, I mean, yeah, you can. You can. So my sister's like got a microbiology degree, and that was like 4 years. So I don't know. I would think maybe 4 years of college. They spelled it out, oxypidol.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks, appreciate that one. But yeah, with her backstory, I'm like, all right, so you know an awful lot about the brain and how it operates because
Mhm.
essentially her job and the whole purpose of this pill is she works for the US military, and what they're doing is pretty much trying to figure out how to block the like the creative aspects of the brain to make people more docile, less independent thinking, and kind of just like essentially soldier, like super soldier, like follow orders, super strength, like try to make them like into like vampire Captain Americas
Government
without
experiment.
personality. Yeah, exactly. So
That brings up like Roswell,
mhm,
Area 51.
exactly where she mentioned as soon as she said US military, I was like,
Here we
aliens.
go.
Here we go.
It has to be alien DNA or alien skin, something alien that they're using. It has to be. That
Oh,
has
I'm
to be the
like
link.
convinced. It's got to be the link because it's like, what else? Like, I don't know, to bridge the two seasons together. Let's see.
Hey,
I was gonna.
NC.
Hello, thanks for coming in. So, do we have 2 episodes left of part one?
Hmm.
I believe
Six
so.
six episodes of part one and then 6 of part two, right?
But yeah, so like 12 altogether, which is generally like what they do per season, anyways. And I feel like for me personally, I actually like that for this season because they have a tendency to sometimes like overwrite, like they start going like way too far and like they leave a shit ton of plot holes and stuff. Like I honestly feel like this alien storyline is making up for how season 2 went, because
Yeah.
ever since Asylum,
Was so
everybody's been
open
asking.
ended.
Yeah, ever since then it's been like, what's the deal with the aliens? Are the aliens coming back? Hey, Brian Murphy, Brad, what's up with the aliens? Like,
Hmm. And
and
Ryan
like
and what's his name? Evan Peters was like really wanting the aliens, like really pushing for the aliens. So like
yes,
him coming back this season for
um,
aliens.
I think we might get a Kit Walker cameo.
I would love
Well, if
that.
it's a cameo at that point, but I think we might get Kit Walker in the next, because it looks dated, or at least like the footage they've been showing for part 2 has been a lot of like black and white footage.
Yeah. And it
So,
it it looked like I think it was the first preview trailer we saw. It looked like oh, Jameson said 6 episodes in Red Tide, 4 episodes in Death Valley. So there's only 10
oh,
episodes?
I thought it was 12 and like 6 and 6.
I thought it was supposed to be like twice. Yeah, I thought it was 6 and 6. I thought it like they were advertising it as twice the AHS. That's not twice the
Yeah,
AHS. 6 and 6,
right.
12 episodes.
I mean,
I mean 6 and 4.
I'll be biased as a New Englander for them to focus more over here than California. I'll take it.
I mean, I'm wondering if we'll get any flashbacks. Like, so we're in Red Tide, and
Yeah.
then we go into Death Valley, but will we flash back to Red Tide while we're in Death Valley?
Unless I feel like we're probably not, but I wouldn't be surprised if we had character crossovers. And I
Mm.
think the chemist is most likely going to be that person that bridges both halves. Just like, I don't know, that military experimentation and the poor monkeys that they were experimenting on. Like, so you may tell me there's like some zombie monkeys out there. Like,
They probably put
I
him
don't know.
down.
I just watched the new What If episode, so now I'm like, now we got zombie monkeys to worry about and zombie Captain
Right.
America. Like, I can't. It's too much. It's too much today. Like, I can't do all this
Speaking
undead.
of speaking of zombies or whatever they are, we see the creation of the first one.
Yes, the first, and I felt so bad because he was talking about how he's like a Buddhist and a pacifist, and he's very nonviolent
And vegan.
and vegan at that. And then here he is losing his hair, getting like what I thought was very interesting is like within, I think, was it 2-3 days, he's like, I need another fix. I need another fix. Like, what did you give to me? Like, it didn't click with him because obviously he's not one of the creatives. So he never had that creative spark. It's just like,
Mhm.
what the hell's happening to me, more or less. And I felt so bad just the way she was so callous to him.
Yeah, she was kind of like, you didn't have talent. Don't come
Yeah.
back here. Sorry, you don't have
Yeah.
talent. Now you hate the world. Like, bitch.
Like, I like the way she broke down like the different aggression styles between like the people
Mhm.
with talent versus the untalented. Like the people that have talent, their aggression more so comes out of arrogance. Where the people that turn into like the pale ones, so the non-creatives, they turn into more or less like their aggression's based out of resentment
Mhm.
more than anything because they're supposed
Which
to. But
makes sense though,
yeah,
in
but
context.
but one thing I thought, like, I mean, we were talking about it a little bit beforehand, but how he didn't seem to like the trigger didn't go off in him until she said that to him and like really just down like degraded him. So I'm wondering if that might be a key to some of the pale ones because like figure like little Alma's mean ass to her mom was probably like talking to her all sorts of crazy.
No, like I can't that little girl, I love that little girl, but I feel like she's low key trying to set her mom up to become one of those things. But we'll get there. But yeah,
We'll get
I
there.
Todd said the chemist was throw down evil to him. Like she was. Like,
She really was.
I'm sorry. If I was him, I'd come back for her ass.
Oh, instantly. I'm like, I got something to say to you. I don't like the way you were talking to me. That was very mean and rude. And I'm gonna eat
Yes.
you. So how about that? Like,
Yum yum num num.
who's talented now? And that's the thing that gets me with the chemist is like, if you were to take it, what would happen to you?
Hmm.
Like, you have a lot of like casting judgment on people, ma'am.
Oh, an interesting point about the chemist was when Belle Noir asked the chemist, she was like, do I have to still drink blood? And the chemist was like, will that stop you from taking the pills? Like, it's a possibility that that might not be a side effect. Like, that's a side effect that they might remove.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's like now that you mentioned that, when I'm like thinking about it a little bit further with the I feel like that has to lead with like some of like the enhanced abilities
Hmm.
because I personally think there's vampire blood samples in there that like ancient blood virus they mentioned in season 5. I believe that sample is what's causing obviously those cravings, but that enhanced like
Hmm.
figure when Evan Peters' character Austin when he goes and kicks down the door like
He's strong.
strong as hell or I was gonna say everybody's taking people out. I was gonna say first of all, Belle taking out her husband. Here for all of
He
that.
deserved that.
He did. He was so rude and disrespectful. He kept calling her boring and you're so boring and meek. And I was out at the creepy Dune tour and I fucked some random stranger on the beach. Like, and I'm
And
gonna
I
go
woke
do it
up and I
again.
fucked her again. And now I'm gonna go fuck her again. And she was like, "Rah!" She just like sliced his shit. And I was like, yes, queen, yes.
Get him.
Kill him.
Drink his blood, girl. I was so happy for her. Just because like he was just so rude to her the whole episode. But
Yeah.
then when she meets up with Lark, Billy Lord's
Mhm.
character, and gets her beautiful like makeover, I love it. But
Yeah.
also like she clocks her super fast.
Who? Belle?
Lark, and when she's like,
Oh.
"How long you been on the pill?"
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah. She did. And you know what? When I first seen her, I was like, who is that? Like, who is that? Because it's like her fashion sense took a whole 180. Like once Billy Lord's character, got a hold of her and put it down.
I was like, that's the Frances Conroy I know. Because like in figure like Myrtle Snow,
Oh, her skin is so bomb.
I was say her style is literally everything to me. I love Myrtle Snow. I was like even Dandy Mott's mom,
I know you're talking
the character
about.
that she plays in
Mhm.
Freak Show. Same thing. Like she's always dressed to the nines and I love it.
They're always so campy.
Yeah, they are.
Like an American Horror Story in general is like a campy horror story. So like I love that. Ryan Murphy does. Yes, queen.
Yes, he does. But I was gonna say with Lark, speaking of Lark, when she gives homie the old jacket,
Why she give him that jacket?
because at first I'm gonna be honest with you, when I had first seen those pale ones, I'm like, why do they have these shoulder pads? Is that like, I thought it was just like a part of his like transformation. I was like, oh, maybe
Mhm.
like just makes their shoulders go up or some shit. I have no idea. That looks weird. And then it's like, oh no, just a hand me down 80s thrift coat.
It did make his shoulders like hunch a little bit. Like when he went to the bar and he got the Bloody Mary and then he threw it up in the toilet. When he comes back up from the toilet, his shoulders are like hunched over.
Hunched.
Yeah. And he's like his
Yeah,
hair is falling out. Like I feel bad for him because
I do
like
too.
who doesn't like he didn't take that pill expecting that to happen.
No. Oh, Vishal Gupta, we are going full spoilers right now. So if you haven't watched, we're going to be talking about it in detail.
Yeah, just don't watch this. Just come back and watch
Come
it
back
after you
later.
watch it. This is the after show. So we do this together right after the episodes, and we're talking about the episode that just aired.
Yes. And NZ, I totally agree with you. I did not like her character in Roanoke because I didn't even know it was her until I went and watched the credits. And I was like, wait, that Polk lady was Frances Conroy? Like, and like Finn Whitrock actually plays one of the Polk brothers. It took me literally like 2 years after Roanoke to realize Finn Whitrock was actually in that season.
I love him.
I do too. He's like honestly one of my faves. I'm actually kind of sad we didn't get him in this episode.
Yeah, me too.
But at the same time, I'm also like, oh well, like I love
Need the
Lily Ray, but I
backstory.
love Lily Reed, but Doris is like a really obnoxious character and almost
She's
scares me.
super annoying. She's super annoying. Almost scares me too, but I just find little kids creepy. Like not like
No, I get that.
not like okay, I find her creepy. Like she reminds me of like Children of the Corn or some shit. Like Damien from Omen, like Chucky. Like she reminds me of that,
Yeah.
like villain. And she's like in the preview, she's like telling her mom, "You can take this pill and be just like Daddy and I." And I'm like, "But she said your mommy doesn't have any talent." And it does look like she winds up taking it because she like threw up in the bed, and it was that same kind of throw up that Evan Peters threw up at the piano.
You know what I thought was interesting? How it seems like people have different reactions once they take it.
They do.
Like,
Hmm.
figure when he takes it, he just like immediately starts convulsing and like frothing at the mouth. And like, I was like, I mean, obviously, I know he was okay, but because this is in
It
the
was a
past, but
flashback.
yeah, but I was like, oh, he's gonna die. And I was like, wait, no, girl, he's fine, he's fine. Calm down, not now. But just like the way like how it slowly starts to spread, and I like how Mickey was supposed to be patient number one, like patient zero was supposed to be Mickey,
And he
and he
didn't want to do it.
turns her down just for obviously 5 years later to take it and realize like I think now that we get this backstory looking at episode 2 when he takes the pill
Mhm.
and like the way he like just gets so excited about it, he's like, I'm talented, like, oh yay, like I feel like for him he's probably like had been wrestling with that for years, like because he's like the plug, if you will, like he was the one that was bringing people to her, which is how
Mhm.
he was making money for a while, like because he's the one who referred Belle.
Yep.
He was the one who referred the guy, like the
The first
original
pale one.
creepy guy. Yeah, I don't know why the shoulders, but like the weird creepy guy. But he's like, but like, oh my god, I just lost my train of thought.
Oh, him about Macaulay Culkin being the one that like brings
Yeah,
the clients.
yeah, and like I just thought
He
it was
tried to get TB
interesting.
Karen.
He did, and she's like, "Nah, I'm all set." But looking at like the trailer footage, she definitely takes it at some point.
TB Karen.
Yeah, one thing is interesting is she said like, "Oh, she hasn't had." I think she said, "Oh, I only had bronchitis." Was it
3
5 times?
times.
Yeah, 3 to 5 times this year, and like I think that explains the gloves. I feel like she probably has some type of immuno like deficiency or something like that. Like
Uh,
immunocompromised, which is probably why she's always sick. Because figure like the episode one, he's like, oh, she coughs a lot because she smokes a lot of cigarettes. She doesn't really have tuberculosis, but if she's constantly battling bronchitis, which obviously deals with your throat and stuff like that, that could also explain her constant coughing.
also smoking meth.
Yeah, that too. I mean, doing the hard drugs isn't helping at all, and clearly she does not have a good skincare routine. But
Not at all. Not at all.
at
I love
all.
that character though.
Oh, me
I
too.
love Sarah Paulson.
Yes, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Hypodermic Sally, just a wee bit, just a wee bit.
Yeah. I really like Hypodermic Sally.
Awesome
I
girl.
um I had saw something on here on the in the chat. Oh, it's just NZ says my most favorite Finn Whitrock was his double role in Hotel. He looked like the hottest there. He was super fucking hot in
Yeah.
Hotel.
So my favorite Finn Rock, if you guys haven't caught on by now, I like villains. Dandy Mott, just the way he got into that character, I just thought was brilliant. Like even like the way his body language, like the way he would stand, it was
And
just
like
so
the pigeon toe
his toad
walk.
walk. I
Yeah.
loved it. He did so. Him and Francis Conroy again, like their chemistry together. I'm like, you guys love it.
Yeah. Frances Conroy, like my favorite her is definitely Myrtle Snow.
Oh, hands down. But I would say Belle Noir is creeping up there for me. Like I like when she got her little like cool hairstyle and her like coat. I was like,
The little swoosh in the front.
yeah. And I'm starting to
She got
actually
like
like that.
she got 27 pieces.
Definitely. The what gets like kind of got me watching the episode is when Evan Peters, when she like first approaches him after his like a little drag set, and he's like, oh, she's like, oh, like what are you really into? And he's like, oh, I'm a playwright. This theater here, that's the reason why I'm here is because at local theater, they were supposed to put on like a production of one of my plays, but the guy like kind of just disappeared out of nowhere and I had like started casting and then they like flashback to Belle being the one who actually killed the guy. So I'm wondering if like not only did she see the talent in him, but kind of one of those like I kind of owe you one type of situations.
That very well could be. I saw the talent in him as soon as he started singing. And like a lot of times I feel like when you're in a crowd of people and everyone's telling you that you're not talented and picking on you, lots of times you are talented.
Oh, exactly. Like I wish we got to see some of the other sets, but I know like there was a cameo from Eureka from RuPaul's Drag Race. I would love to see that because I guarantee that they could probably talk the most shit if they because I mean like hey, guarantee he looked a little bit more professional, but he still did great. Like I loved his little booty grab, his little booty smack on the piano. It was like super
Yes.
cute.
It's like
It was
Evan Peters serving. I was like, yeah,
yes.
like I was like, yes, go ahead, queen. Like, I just feel like he's so fucking talented. Like, there aren't
Yes.
many actors that can play, like, that can act the roles that he acts, like, at the depth that he does that shit. Like, he
Oh, I
sells it.
know. Oh,
He
yes, he
sells
does.
it.
Yeah. Oh, actually, 87 Allen, I felt the same way. The opening scene tonight gave me slight Breaking Bad cook scenes. To like when she like sets up shop and she's like, "Yep, nope, I'm gonna take this one," and then starts like breaking out all the lab equipment everywhere.
And that, like, that black shit swirling down, it looks like blood to me.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, that looks like some type of blood, but not human blood, obviously.
Alien blood would probably be black if you wanted to make it like, I don't know, sci-fi. I think recall some alien movie, an alien getting their head shot off. I don't know if it was Independence Day. I don't know what it was, and it was like this big black explosion.
Ye-
I need to look that up for my breakdown.
Yeah. Honestly, I need to go back and watch season 2 and see like when what's her face Grace gets clapped by Alma. What it looked like in my memory, but it could actually just be raw alien DNA, like from the source. That would make sense.
So going forward, we have a couple of threads going on. So we have the baby. So we have the whole family in
Yeah.
Provincetown. We have the baby who they've told him to stop giving the baby the pills. He's still giving the baby the pills. The baby still got to eat. They're killing lots of fucking people. The police officer just got killed by the
Oh, I
baby.
know. The sheriff.
So that's an open thread. Like, where do we think that's going?
I'm wondering actually because they mentioned it in this episode about the previous sheriff, and the previous sheriff has been mentioned a couple times too. I think the previous sheriff might have went out the same way.
Yep.
I do too. But I was gonna say where I think that's going. Obviously, the chemist put out the hit and was like, "All right, they gotta go. All of them gotta go." And I think this is what's supposed to mirror like the news story that they mentioned that happened. Like I think it's a year prior. Where like, oh, like this whole gruesome family murder in Truro, like which Truro is a part of like Provincetown. There's like different sections and neighborhoods of it. But so they're like, yeah, what was that about? And no one's like, we really haven't gotten that backstory yet. So I'm wondering if they had a very similar situation where things were kind of getting a little out of control in that household.
Mm.
So the chemist, Belle and Austin like team up and they're like, all right, we're the trio. We gotta get them out of here because they gotta go.
I think the chemist might want to study the child.
That would make more sense because most of her test subjects, and in this episode, she was essentially was treating it as like clinical trials. Like
Mm-hmm.
she's like part of her deal for you taking the pill is you have to stay near Provincetown so she can observe you. You have to be completely honest with how your symptoms are going, and like the way she would just like get excited about certain things, like oh, so like how did that hunger feel? So I feel like with the daughter, she's gonna be like really, really into that.
So what might happen is the mom and dad might be like, no, you're not studying my fucking kid. And like I was just watching a movie like last night called, I don't know what it's called. As Jamie Foxx is like the star of it, and they have these like little black pills.
Are you talking about that Project Power movie?
Project Power. And like remember they take the daughter and like she's like magical or some shit.
I got 5 minutes into that movie in the cinematography. I had to cut it off.
I was high.
Okay. They were doing a really bad shaky cam scene. It just completely like just took my brain out of it. I could not watch that.
Yeah, like some of it was pretty bad, but like I was high, so I was like just watching it, and it was just like, this kind of reminds me of the Muse pill because like the people take it, and like if they have good intentions, then they can get like these superpowers for like 5 minutes, but if they have like bad intentions, they fucking explode. And I was like, that's weird. But yeah, they like took his daughter and they were using his daughter to like manufacture these pills.
Ooh.
So I could see them and it was like a military experiment. I could see them taking Alma. I could see the chemist taking her and wanting to study her to see what her effects are.
Yeah, because even though she did say to kill them all, Belle said she had special plans for her.
Mm-hmm.
But Belle did say she knows it's her best work when she feeds off like kids and stuff like that. Super gross. But I could imagine some point of contention between her and the chemist. Because say like word gets out, like if the chemist still working for the military? Like, is the military sanctioning these tests?
I would think so,
Because
but maybe she's not
ooh,
even working for the military.
like you think it might be a
But does
lie that
it?
she's actually just doing it just because she wants to?
Yeah, because I feel like it's not very fucking secret. Like news is getting out now. Like now that Ursula knows, like Ursula's trying to figure out like what's going on. She doesn't seem like the type of person that's like gonna take no for an answer. Like she's gonna try to like get to the bottom of it for real, for real. Like, yeah, the
Yeah.
chemist has told her no, like, fuck off. But she's not like does she seem like that type of person to just like, oh, first try I quit? No.
Oh,
She's
not at all.
gonna she's gonna try to do that pipeline.
Oh, she is. I think she's gonna get killed though.
I think she's probably gonna get killed too.
Yeah, you can't be that sassy, like in like your beginning scenes, and not get killed in AHS. It just does not work that way. It does not work that way. Oh, thank you. Lock 121 said that the black goo is from Prometheus.
Hmm. So aliens
Aliens.
confirmed.
Yep, pretty much, essentially. Not official, but it's official.
It's official.
But
Like if it's not aliens at this point, I like eat a sock on live stream.
please don't.
No, I won't.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I won't because aliens.
Oh yeah, I mean, and I mean, they kind of gave it away. We already know they're involved in the second half of the season, and I feel like most double features, like if you go like I know like where I live, we have like a couple drive-ins, but more popped up actually during the pandemic
Hmm.
because obviously
That
theaters
makes
were
sense.
closed. Yeah, and it made sense, and a lot of businesses, hey, they made a lot of money off of that. But a lot of double features are generally related films.
Hmm.
So off the top of my head, I don't see how, just from what we've got so far, where the aliens come in, unless they're tied with the chemist in that pill.
They're
Like
definitely tied
yes.
together. I
Yeah.
agree.
Not only that, I feel like there's more of those pale creatures or lying around because she did say like 9 out of 10 people that take the pill turn into one of those creatures.
Right. And everybody we've seen so far in the current time take it hasn't turned into those pale ones, which means Doris says it's going to turn into one. But then if she takes it, but like I was thinking, like, what's the effects that this is going to have on her baby in her womb if she takes it? And that I feel like is another test subject for the chemist. Like, not only would you have a baby you can test, you have a fetus and a pregnant lady. You have three test subjects that probably are looking really viable to you and would really help your research.
Oh, and definitely because like figure before she was testing on humans, she was testing on I think which it was monkeys. So
Hmm.
it's like very similar, but I doubt she was testing on pregnant monkeys or baby monkeys. It seemed like it was just like more like adult. I think
What
I don't know how monkeys
talents
work.
do monkeys have? Like,
Well, she said that like they would either like the ones that had like a little bit more like cognitive like functioning or able to like play like a couple like chord progressions on like a piano or something like that.
mhm.
So, but the other ones just started going ham and eating each other. But my thing is like I'm wondering if they weren't sure if humans were going to have that original same reaction.
Mm. They probably weren't sure. I think she said that. Like she was saying that in the monkeys, like their potassium dropped and something dropped, da, 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 and
Oh,
it
it's
was
potassium, magnesium, sodium, and then there was another one. I don't remember which one it is. And the only reason I know there was four, unless they only said three, but in the beginning of the season they did say it affects like four like properties within your blood.
mhm.
So I'm like, okay, all right, connecting the dots. I like this.
Love it. Yeah.
But
So they're saying in the chat, it would make sense if Doris was Kit's son's daughter. Belle will end up adopting Alma and training her. Kit's daughter was mixed, but I guess it's possible her daughter could look white if she had a white father. I think Doris named Alma after her grandmother, Alma. The chemist is the daughter. I think we're all pretty sure. Well, I'm pretty sure that the chemist is related, some relation to Kit. I also do think, though, it is a coincidence that Alma, the name Alma, is definitely a coincidence. I mean,
Yeah.
or it could be purposeful, is what I mean, and not a coincidence.
Yeah, I definitely could see Doris being possibly Kit's son's like daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would assume Doris would probably be like in her maybe like 30s, somewhere in her 30s. And whatchamacallit. Oh, so with the so Kit's children, Alma and Thomas, not Alma, I'm sorry, Julia and Thomas, they
Mm-hmm.
were born in about 1967. So you do the math, that brings you, if you're looking
Like
2021,
50.
like 54.
Mm-hmm.
And like there could be obviously like a 54-year-old could have like a 20 or a 30-year-old. That's very plausible. So I could see Doris being one, but for me, just from the chemist's background and like all the work she said she's done so far and like research and studying and all this other stuff, I would assume she'd have to have more years under her belt, because figure her 20s would probably have been spent primarily in school.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But that's just me. I don't know.
No, what I was gonna say was, if Doris is like the product of like alien offspring, which like why is she so regular?
Maybe her mom was super regular.
Or maybe
Her
she's
mom's
not.
boring genes.
Maybe she's not at all. Maybe like
Or
when Alma's like, I could, any other ordinary woman could have raised me, I guess. Maybe she's not really that ordinary and they're not really giving her a chance. I
like a
just,
red herring
yeah, like
almost.
a red herring, like a smoke screen.
Yeah. Ooh, or possibly with the mom and Alma, it could be just a recessive gene.
Yeah, could be.
And like it pops up with Alma, and that's probably why Alma's just the way she is.
Yeah, I mean, when she had those fucking, I cannot get over all those different shades of white fabric that she had on the wall. It's like all that shit looks the same, girl.
The grayish. I
The
was like,
grayish,
girl.
yes.
And she's like feeling them with her face. I'm like, sis, just pick a color.
She was born in 62. That only would make her 59. If she's half alien, that fits. Something is going on with Doris and the talentless Vamos. Why are they stalking her house? They are like stalking her.
Yeah, because it seems like I wonder if it's the baby. I really, there's something up with that. Whenever there's a pregnant person in AHS, there's always some weird thing with their child. Like, think about it. We got like
Michael
Michael
Langdon.
Linden, the end of, what was that, Apocalypse, when they pretty much gave birth to Michael Langdon 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
Infantata. What other creepy babies do we have? A lot.
What's Bartholomew?
Bartholomew. Like, has there ever been a normal baby in AHS yet? I really don't think so.
No.
Like somebody just had a normal delivery, like a pregnant woman
I
and
don't think
normal
so.
infant.
And like I feel like babies like get like the worst treatment in AHS because like Pepper Pepper's like brother-in-law, like didn't he like slice a baby's ears off and drown it?
Mm-hmm.
Like
His
they
baby.
give zero fucks about babies in AHS.
No. Oh, honestly, I totally agree. Please, no more Antichrist. I can't do another one. Like
Yeah, I don't.
we've
Yeah.
we've had two.
Yeah, like I love the witches, but I don't really I hope like that's not a thing.
Not only that, but like if we are in that alternate timeline within the AHS universe, that kid's still around.
The Antichrist, the apocalypse that was born after
Mm-hmm.
the apocalypse. Yeah.
That kid would still be around.
And you
So
know, I thought those two could have been.
that's what I thought they were going with it, because they're like, oh, special DNA. So I was like, oh, maybe they're like,
Kit and Alma offspring or
yeah,
Kit's offspring.
grandkids. Yeah,
Hmm.
like grandkids or something like that. But like obviously that didn't go anywhere. But I think we're gonna get those. I think that our loose ends from Asylum surrounding aliens are gonna get tied up between part 1 and 2 of this season.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we're right on track for that.
Yeah. But I was gonna say, it's gonna be that time. Should probably start winding down a little bit. Ooh, what was your favorite moment of the episode?
Favorite moment of the episode was I really liked the transformation. The when Belle Noor went to go get Kit. Evan Peters. When she went to go get Evan Peters, I liked the singing. I liked the whole scene. But then when they showed up at the house of the drag queens and just like started killing everybody, I was just like, oh my God.
I
So
felt
yeah,
so
that was my favorite
bad.
part.
The one who thought they got away and then just got ate by a Nosferatu in the cemetery. What is up with that damn graveyard?
I don't know. I think they just hang out there just because they're ugly.
Yeah, and he got his first
Hideous.
kill there. That poor woman that was just praying at her dead loved one's grave.
And he felt so much remorse about it,
He
which
did,
is
and
makes me understand how, like, makes your point more like to the point. Like, yeah, he didn't have that hatred in him until she told him that he had hatred in him. So he doesn't have
exactly.
talent.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's very interesting there. But I was gonna say my personal favorite moment of the episode, I really like when Belle Noir, her husband, that made me
Yeah.
very, very happy for her. I like that for her. Just because he was like from the moment he like stepped into the scene, like the episode, I was like, he's an asshole.
He
Like,
was.
ew.
Like,
Oh,
imagine that being your person to like cheer you on.
like when he said to her, like, "Oh, I was at work for 40 years. You know, what I mean, I had to deal with you full time, but now I'm retired." I'm
We sold 6 books, bitch. I'm like, shut up, sir.
like, damn. But also, I thought it was funny. Like, why is everybody like masturbating to her books? Like, I'm not gonna lie, that book had me cracking up when she was reading that sample chapter
That
of
under the
Martha's
cherry
cherry
tree.
tree.
Like, you saw who
No
was
wonder why you
reading
sold
it.
6 books, sis. This is why you
Yeah.
sold 6 books. We're like, yeah, the threesome between Ben Franklin, George Washington, and Martha Washington. I was like, all right, they did not teach me this in U.S. history.
Yeah, no. That's like erotic historical fantasy. Like, what the fuck? What kind of genre even is that?
Like, it's very niche genre. Like, because I'm like, what section would that be in the library? Like, no.
Right.
But hey, she goes on, makes
To
her
make
millions and millions.
bestsellers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did. But that was a fun episode. I don't know about you guys. I really enjoyed it. We only got 2 episodes left. So, you have any major predictions on what we might get in the next 2 episodes to wrap up part 1?
I think in the next episode, we're going to get like some serious like fight scenes between like Belle Noir and Finn White Rock's character. I can't ever think of their name. Like, I feel like they are gonna be at it. And I feel like that the chemist is gonna try to take the baby. But I feel like the police officer getting killed is gonna be like one of the main focuses, because I remember in the first or second episode, she was saying that she just started working there like 5 months ago.
Yes.
So the other sheriff or other police officer, whoever she replaced, likely died 5 months ago. And then we'll probably figure out why. Like, they didn't tell us a specific date for no fucking reason, I feel like.
Yeah, and they kept saying how like, oh, this new sheriff is different from the old sheriff. So I feel like he might
Mhm.
have been in cahoots with them until like maybe something went wrong.
Yeah, something went wrong.
Yeah, for
He's
me
probably like, stop
personally,
this shit.
like you guys, I think he might have been the or he or she, because we're not sure, might have been the one to establish the no more murders in P Town.
Mhm.
Like take that shit elsewhere. Which I mean, it makes sense. I guess if you're gonna have like a zombie infestation, just let's not eat our
Yeah.
neighbors.
Yeah, they're kind of like running rampant right now with murders.
They really are, like, they're getting, like, way too out of hand, because figure, like, the more people there are, the more murders are gonna eventually be.
And
But
if they kill the right, like a police officer being brutally murdered or going missing, because they'll probably like try to hide her body. Like, I feel like that would bring national news. Like,
Exactly.
so yeah, it's gonna get spicy and dicey.
Honestly, my only prediction that I hope comes true is I want Mickey to go on and be successful.
I would love Mickey.
He's the only one I want to have a happy
I
ending.
love Mickey.
Everybody else can like,
Kick
I don't
rocks.
care. They can kick rocks. They can die. I don't care. I just want Mickey to be the one to make it out at the end.
And
He's been
TB
through so
Karen.
much already. Yeah, TB Karen. I just don't want her to be sick
Like
anymore.
Mickey, take TB Karen with you when you go.
Oh, TB Karen definitely is taking the pill.
You think she's gonna take the pill?
I think next episode is when she takes the pill.
I hope she does. We've seen that she has talent.
Yeah, we have. And then like I think once she sees like Mickey just got a deal because she wasn't around for that.
Right.
She saw him take the pill, but kind of was like, all right, I'm all set with you. And then I think she's gonna notice like, oh, you're one of those successful ones.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe that will give her like maybe he finally convinces her like, look, I'm good.
Yeah, maybe she thinks she doesn't have talent. She seems like she doesn't. She seems like she doubts herself, especially when she was talking about like walking past the galleries and seeing the art and like feeling like the art's looking at her, telling her she ain't shit. Those weren't her exact words, but it was that sentiment
within the same vein. But yeah, that's just my other personal guess is that Gardner family, they're dead. They're all gonna die.
They're all gonna die.
Harry, Doris, Alma. Even though I don't want Doris and her unborn child to die, but it's AHS. No babies are left safe in this universe, unfortunately.
Do you think because Doris takes the pill, the baby, it has some effect on the baby that the military wants to study? So they kill them and take the baby?
I could see that. Or if like the baby has some type of effect where it's like Twilight and just like grows like super rapidly within her mom. Well, Doris looks like she's about to give birth any day now. And I think in the trailers,
she does give birth
in a hospital. Yeah. So I would assume she gives birth probably by the end of next episode.
Yeah.
Just because figure we only got one more to wrap it up after that. So I'm like, all right, we gotta start tying some of these threads together. And I could definitely see the baby being born at the end of next episode and we get like some type of crazy cliffhanger by like the appearance of the baby or something weird like that.
Yeah.
The baby comes out looking like an alien. I would pass out. Like
little Rago.
And big old alien eyes with like vampire teeth. It's just like a whole like some like a dragon tail mixed in there.
Yes. I think it might. I don't know. I'm excited to see what's going to go down with the baby, not going to lie.
Me too. But let us know what you guys are excited for. Any like predictions y'all have, let us know in the chat and in the comments. We're going to get ready to sign off. Next week, you can check us out on Gray Area's channel covering episode 5. And Sunday nights, you can also check us out on her channel for Direwolf City at 8:30. So see you guys.
Do we know who we're covering? We're doing Scraps, I think, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, Riverland Scraps.
But it's been real, you guys. Have a great night. Bye.
Bye.